Radio Taïga et Folk on the Rock présentent La Longe. Actualité musicale au territoire du Nord-Ouest.
Et on accueille maintenant Teresa Orozco et Carly McFadden. Merci. Puis Juliana au micro. Bienvenue à toutes les deux. Welcome Carly and Teresa.
Thank you. Like folk is always like a huge highlight for us, and it's always great to receive you at the beginning of the show. It always like gives us a nice little start, and so thank you for taking the time to do this. I know you guys are probably very, very busy. So big changes this year, right? Last May it was announced that Teresa was the new executive director and that you, Carly, you were switching to artistic director. Could you tell us a little bit more about this decision and the whole process of switching roles?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me. Merci beaucoup. Peut-être j'ai essayé un petit peu de ma réponse en français, si ça c'est OK. Yep. Mais Carly et moi, on travaillé ensemble pour 5 années. I started avec le festival dans 2019 as the volunteer manager, and then moved into the operations manager. So we've been working closely together for some time, and it's been really, really great to learn the festival for so long, and to continue to work together. And it's been such a nice change in leadership, and now more kind of sharing the roles a little bit. And I really view it as like a dual leadership festival now, and it's wonderful.
It's more of a year of transition between.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a transition, but I mean, we've had this plan for well over a year now. This has been the goal, to take on this dual leadership role. So we've been prepping for it for the last year, and it feels, I'd say, quite balanced and equal. And yes, a lot of change, but for the positive, for sure. Yeah.
Do you remember some of the big challenges and big wins you've had this year?
I probably just have to learn to be a little less bossy, because I'm used to being bossy all the time.
I mean, after 8 years, right, as the executive director, it's going to take a little bit of time, maybe?
A little, but I know that we're in really good hands with Teresa, and I trust her implicitly.
Yeah.
And big wins has just been the team. We've had such an amazing team this year with Folk on the Rocks 2024. It's such an honor and a pleasure to work with them, and to see just the festival look so good Saturday afternoon here, and I can't help but just smile. I'm feeling great. I'm really impressed, and I keep hearing such great compliments from everybody, and that goes out to the team. So thank you to all of the folks who've been involved with Folk on the Rocks, from the volunteers to the staff. That's the big win in my book.
Yeah, volunteers are like the backbone of Folk on the Rocks. Like, without them, not a lot of things would be possible. So thank you to all the volunteers that we've seen running around, driving around, sweating, and like look a little bit tired, but very happy to see the festival all coming together.
Yeah.
I don't know if you also would like to say a word for the sponsors of the festival this year, maybe?
Yeah, we have over 75 fantastic sponsors and partners, so there's a lot of thank yous to go out, but we're so happy that Media Tenwa Radio Taiga is here. That's just always fun for us. I look forward to this interview every year, and you guys make this site look just so good and so much more fun. Lawson Lundell is our title sponsor this year, which is an exciting new change as well, but we still have Canadian Northwich with us, which we're really grateful for, and tons of others. I'll let Teresa speak to a couple as well.
Yeah, we have Radio Taiga, of course. Thank you so much. And Rio Tinto Diavik is helping us out with our accessibility program here on the site. And of course, so many other sponsors who help us from the production element of things. You got to think about porta potties, so big thank you to Kavanaugh and our water delivery, and so big thank you to WB Water and all those other sponsors who you can go take a look at our beautiful sponsor board just right over there.
Oui, Carly et Teresa étaient en train de nous expliquer comment sont passés les derniers mois avec le changement de rôle, et Teresa qui reprend la direction exécutive du festival. et Carly qui passe de directrice exécutive à directrice artistique. Elles ont eu un petit mot pour les sponsors. On n'oublie pas que le site de Folk on the Rocks, c'est un site qui est éloigné de la ville de Yellowknife, donc on a besoin de faire ramener l'eau, on a besoin de s'occuper de l'hygiène avec les toilettes, donc ça demande énormément de travail de volontaires, ça demande énormément de soutien des sponsors, et du coup on les remercie pour l'organisation de ce festival. Guys, I do have a few questions about the lineup of this year. So I've been listening to a bunch of the songs from the artists this year, and with this year, like, what kind of experience you were trying to offer to the festival goers? Like, what's the vibe you're trying to convey?
I think this is a really good year for discovery of music. We've got a lot of new artists that haven't been here before, a couple that have, but for the most part it's a lot of new artists from all over Canada who are really sort of up and coming and maybe folks haven't heard of yet, but they're probably, kind of coming up, and this is a good time to check them out and see them before they're too big to come back. So I think this is really a discovery year, and that's what we want people to do is wander around the festival, find sounds you like, sit down, take a listen, and just enjoy, relax a little bit.
Yeah. I've heard from a lot of people this year that like people have been doing their homework, you know. They've been on Spotify, like anywhere, trying to like discover the new artists. Everyone's very excited, and like I've heard a bunch of people being like, okay, yeah, I'm going to see this artist. I just listened to a bunch of songs online, and I want to go see them live now. So there's this like really quick turnaround from discovering the artists to being able to go see them live this year here, which is really cool. And so do you have some artists that you personally have discovered and like you would encourage people to be like, hey, you guys like, you need to like take this opportunity to go and listen to them?
I really think Aladin Karufi is worth checking out. It's just such a groovy, fun set. He was also playing a houseboat show the other night, and I know folks loved it there, so there's a little bit of buzz around that. Clarelle from Montreal is also just really, really gorgeous. If you like Sue George, like the soundtrack from Life Aquatic, that's like a beautiful, beautiful set to check out. And I'm also really, really excited about Wyatt C. Lewis. That's one that I've personally been looking forward to for a while now.
And for me, I've been really big into Sargent and Comrade, which is, I think, going to be a big set for dancing and moving those shoulders. And, Franco-Manitobain, Adrena Turenne, of course. We're very excited for some of that soulful, kind of whimsical, makes you want to sit in the forest music. And, there's just so many different artists that I can't seem to name them all in one radio interview. So thank you so much.
Well, I'm very sure because a lot of the people you've mentioned have also accepted to be interviewed here today, and I am also personally very interested to go see Aladin. I wasn't able to make it yesterday, and Clarelle, I can't wait to go see them live. I think it's going to be really cool. So I do have a question about like the artists that come here. So over the years, and like this year again, we've seen many talented indigenous artists, like many women, many people of color, non-binary artists, trans folks. Like, could you tell us a little bit why it's important to have this diversity and like where the festival stands on this?
I think that diversity is extremely important to us. We know that the music industry is not just made up of white men, and we really want to make sure that that's seen and heard here on the festival grounds. There are talented people from, all walks of life, and we really want to celebrate and share that. And that programming that into the festival is a key initiative for us every year when we're looking at the lineup. Absolutely.
And I'd also want to mention that post-festival, we're going to be releasing our strategic plan, which is going to speak a little bit to how we're going to move forward in the next 3 years to make sure that we're continuing the work we're doing, but also improving on that.
Yeah, and also as a trans person myself, just coming to this festival, I know it's very welcoming. I know you guys make sure that the bathroom are gender neutral. I know that I see a lot of queer people that I know from around town, and we all feel very comfortable here. You guys also have the safety squad in place, right? Could you tell us a little bit about what the safety squad is?
Yeah, so our safety squad are the wonderful volunteers who are wearing purple shirts. So they're easy to identify in a crowd, and they run the sanctuary, which is located just kind of near the info booth, near the children's area. And the sanctuary is a great place to go and chill out, to take a breather from the festival. You can also receive some, safer sex supplies and harm reduction supplies and literature that might help you out in a party experience. And they walk around the festival and make sure that everyone feels safe and check in on people. So they are kind of like the party moms of the festival. That's how I like to think of them, and we're so thankful for them.
Yeah, so I think that's what's really cool about Folk is that it's an all-around, really like welcoming, very warm and very safe festival to be in. And on top of that, you can just listen to a bunch of really cool artists. So it's not just a place to come and party and leave. You can actually meet a bunch of really cool people around here. Any last words before you guys go and take care of the million things you have to do?
A big thank you. This is so awesome. It's always so nice to walk by the booth and see you guys doing your thing, and to see, festival goers interacting. And I always have a little smile when I walk by. So thank you for inviting me on my first year as executive director. Oh, wow.
Yeah, echoing what Teresa said, thank you so much. And, if you're here on site or coming down soon, please come down and just enjoy all the vibes. Enjoy all the artisan vendors, food, sponsored activations, moose hide tanning, live art installations. There's so much happening. It's worth coming down for.
Thank you so much.
Again, and I thought you were breaking up and that we would never see you again, Carly, but I'm glad to hear that you're still in the mix.
I can't leave. We're married.
Enjoy the festival, and hope everything will go smooth on your end.
Yeah, I think it will. We're feeling good. Yeah.
And now we're gonna go with Aladdin Karoufi. Do you have a pick between Here With Me, Sleep Tight, Why Do You Call For Rain, or Joshua?
Ooh, Sleep Tight, maybe.
Sleep Tight, even though it's really not the time yet.
That's true. You're right.
La Longe, chronique musique de l'été, une production média ténois.